Guys, it's Jay here and welcome to a new video. This video is going to be my top 10 Vocaloid songs. Most of them will be by Len or Rin, but some of them will be my Miku. Those are my three favorites out of everybody, though I do have a soft spot for Kaito, who doesn't. So, what else am I gonna say? Happy 1916 Easter Rising for every Irish person and every non-Irish person. I don't mind as long as, you're happy. Have a nice Easter, really. That's all I can say. So, enough blathering from me. Let's get on with the video. Number 10 is a song I quite like, but is quite dark. Number 10 is Solitary Hide-and-Seek Envy by Hatsune Miku. I like the song even though it's quite dark. The techno tune is very appealing to me, and the lyrics, there's something else. In the story, it's about this little 5-6-year-old girl who lives with pretty much a broken family, with a father who ignores and is just focused on his work, and a mother who is dating another man while still being married. The girl is quite lonely, and she starts imagining what her life would be like if her parents were together. Eventually she decides to commit suicide by drowning herself, though she does live, and she wakes up in the hospital to her parents being extremely worried and thankful that she is alive. So, the story in it is really good. The lyrics are dark, but it's also quite subtle if you're not watching the video at the same time of it. Thank goodness I don't know anybody who's going through the same thing, like their parents leaving them, or no, not their parents leaving, their parents separating. I thankfully don't know anybody, and thankfully that is not happening to me. So I'm going to move on now, and I'm going to move on to number 9. Number 9 is Wide Knowledge of Late Madness by everybody but mainly Miku again. Wide Knowledge of Late Madness is a calm song at the beginning, and it slightly stays calm throughout the whole thing, that being the tune. The lyrics are dark and the video is cutesy, but disturbing. For the fact that Miku is brought into, all I can say is a mental asylum, as well as everybody else. It is slightly scary to see what's going on, and when the imagery does zoom in and is better quality, it's creepy. Really creepy. Now, I personally like the darker stuff. You might not realize from how my room looks. That's just because it hasn't been changed in a while. But I am quite into the darker side of Vocaloid and that sort of general area. So yes, some people think it's the prequel to Dark Forest Circus, because at the end it does have the tune from Dark Forest Circus. I think I'm saying that the right way around, which I do like that song, but it is not one of my favorites. There's just something about it that slightly irks me about it. So yes, number 9 is Wide Knowledge of Late Madness. There's something about it that's weird. Really weird and dark, but who am I to judge? Alright, so number 8. Lost count there for a minute. So number 8 is a song I like as well, again. Is Fire Flower by Len. I heard this one recently, even though it's one of his most popular songs. I've heard some of the ones that aren't so mainstream / famous, but Fire Flower is a really good song to me. The message behind it can be interpreted in many different ways. I honestly don't know which one I prefer, but to me, the lyrics are extremely nice. Well, the one I watched with the lyrics, it was a little bit iffy to see if they were right or not. But his singing is really good for this song. I think it's his first. I honestly don't know much about the song, only hearing it recently. But Fireflower is one that I would listen to again. I mean, I wouldn't mind listening to this again. His English... Hey, I have no right to say how his English is, and he most likely has no right to say... He has every right to say how my Japanese is. I barely know. I know nothing about it, okay? And could sing in it, only because I have a good ear for music, but about that, nothing else. But, you know, I think it's mainly because that the actual Vocaloid voice synthesizer itself is made for you know, it was made in Japan, and I don't think it was supposed to be used for speaking other languages such as English, considering how different it is from Japanese. Oh well. But it's not the worst. It really isn't the worst. And neither is this song. It is really nice. It is nice. The chorus is like you really want to jump around a bit. So yeah, number 8 is Firefly. Now for number 7. This is where I start. This is where it goes to where I listen to them a lot more than I'd listen to the last 2. Alright, so number 7 is Prisoner by, again, Len. It was going to be Dancing Samurai, but I'm going to put that in an honorable mention. Prisoner is one of these songs that made me cry. I found this song on my own, although this isn't the first song to make me cry. This has happened a few times, but Prisoner made me cry a lot, really. I'm slightly tearing up now listening to it. So yeah, Prisoner. It is a beautiful, sad song. I don't know why Len would be in a camp. I don't really like talking about this, but I don't know why he would be in there, and I don't want to imagine what happened to him. But he is in there, and it does remind me of the boy in the striped pajamas, except instead of finding a friend, he finds a lover, being Gumi? I don't know how to pronounce her name very well. But, made me cry. It really did. The ending is so sad. It seems as if his only hope is seeing her again, and I think that's the only thing that is keeping him slightly sane. But the ending. The ending makes me cry so much. When I showed this to my cousin Sinead, who, by the way, is coming over today, we might have another video up, but she cried as well, and she won't listen to it again either. It's just one of these things that, you know, we can't listen to it, we'll cry. So I'm going to move on before I start crying even more. Okay, so number 6 is going to be Lost Ones Weeping by Rin. Lost Ones Weeping is actually a song that I can kind of relate to. Now, it may just be for, lost my train of thought there, but I relate to this song. I am dyslexic, as I have mentioned before, but anybody who either doesn't do well in school is dyslexic. We feel a need to work harder, and that's what we're expected to do. Even in Ireland, we are put under a lot of pressure. People from first year younger to up. We are put on a lot of pressure and expected to do brilliantly when we come out of school. That is not what happens a lot of the time, unless you are really good at what you do and you have a goal set out in your mind. It doesn't work like that. Lost Ones Weeping is a song that is exactly about that. An elementary school boy who is good at math and science, but not so good at languages, and mainly being Japanese, you were put under so much pressure, and Lost Ones Weeping really says exactly that. The song itself is really good. I quite like the way they use the guitar, though it's a big thing in it, but it's mainly the drums. It's quite a simple song to play instruments. Singing it is another whole other level, and I only think Rin would be able to do that. The lyrics are something special because they're not explicitly telling you what's going on, but they are giving hints. Some of them are big hints, some of them are little ones. Sorry, I can't help but sing that one. But yeah, Lost Ones Weeping, that's one of my favorites. Alright, the next one is Spice. Oh god. I want to make this perfectly clear, crystal clear. I do not like Len in any romantic way or in any sexual way at all. At all. Do I make myself clear? I better bloody. There's a lot of reasons why I might like Spice, and one of them being Len's voice. Len to me is a very good singer. The video, I'm sort of trying to avoid the video in all aspects. It's mostly the tune that the reason that I like Spice. I know I should put this onto an honorable mention, but it's mostly either the tune, the way Len is portrayed, even though his bio is meant to say he's 14, even though anyone can tell he is not in this video, though most of them do not have, even though they have to have a defined age in their bio, Vocaloids really don't have a defined age or personality. Oh dear god. I've seen the live version of him when he was singing Spice and then Fireflower. And the dancing also had a thing to do with it. Len is a very good dancer. I can't believe I'm saying these things about a computer program, though I think every otaku doesn't give a damn if they're a program or not. So yes, Spice. I'm going to start making these quick. I am going to have to make these in 2 parts. Alright, so I'm going to do 5 and then I'm going to cut it off, and the rest of the 5 will be in the next video, okay? So, yeah, Spice is number 5. What's wrong with me? Oh, I don't know what's wrong with me. Why am I blushing? I don't like Len. Stop. No. Found out why I was blushing. It was embarrassment from having to talk about a song like Spice. Alright, so I'm going to cut this off here because I have very little time left. The next 5 parts, woo, not that desperate for videos, but no, the next part will have my from 4 to 1. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys soon, and most likely I will be with Sinead after I finish these. Alright, so get ready for the next part of my top 10 Vocaloid songs. See you later!